voy a llegar más tarde de lo normal. Porque estoy aquí porque yo te conseguí una. Y había una vacante para asistente turístico y cubrir mis horas en la oficina. Y esto lo viví.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the class. Today is Friday. Nice. And, well, it comes the Saturday and Sunday, so we can rest a little bit. So, I was checking, and it seems that we're going to have classes on Monday. Only on Monday, not on the rest of the days, okay? So, I will repeat this information later on, and we're going to check the platform just in case we have questions on where we are right now. So this is it. Hello.
I couldn't do some exercise in the platform. I don't know what they are wrong.
Okay, which ones are the ones that you couldn't do?
2.8, number 2, 3, and 5.
But 2, 3, and 5 of the last part, right?
Yes, the last part.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Let me just log in. It put me out. Okay. Let me see. 2.8, you say, right? Let me just. Let me then just check here. I will complete it very fast. Let's see how it goes.
I can share the screen.
Okay, let me then just finish the exercise right now so we can check into that one, okay?
I finished.
You finished that already?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Carlita, you have all correct.
Yes.
Give me a copy.
We're going to check right now. Just let me type
Okay.
very fast.
Sometimes the mistake is, for example, the apostrophe.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I put apostrophe after it say hadn't. I put in number 2 if Tim hadn't attended past participle the meeting, comma, he would have missed in past participle the chance to get a promotion.
Okay, I have it here. Let's check.
Is
All right, number 2.
Yes,
Number 2, it has to be if Tim hadn't, this is in past participle, right? Hadn't attended
yes,
the meeting, comma,
yeah,
he would have
yes,
missed
yeah, with WS,
with WS, yes.
okay,
but
Missed
miss
the
is
chance.
with miss with ed.
Exactly,
yeah,
missed
yeah, I have that,
the chance to get a promotion, period.
yeah, I put that,
So with the period, if the period is not fine, it's not going to correct.
yes, I have the period,
Okay, another thing that happens is this. If you have a space, only one space,
mhm,
you see that, oh, well, this taking correct, but sometimes it doesn't take that. My best advice for you is this, the apostrophe. Sometimes, a veces el símbolo, hay varios que se parecen al apóstrofe, pero no es el apóstrofe. Si usted pone uno que se parece, pero no es, entonces no se lo va a agarrar.
ajá.
Eso podría ser. ¿Qué otra era? Perdón.
Number three,
Number 3. If the agent
yes,
had listened with ED
mhm,
more attentively, comma, he would have understood the customers, again, it might be the apostrophe, the customer's request, period.
okay.
Sí es posible que sea el apóstrofe, porque
Sí,
cabal en estas
I
dos.
think, yes, I think that is that.
Okay.
And don't have period there. At the
Yes,
end.
this
At the
then
end?
more than.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
I copy the apostrophe that is in the sentences.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
That might
I
be.
think that will be that.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Okay, so the class of tonight is this one, apply communication and emotional intelligence to handle conflict. And we need to do the exercise 2.11. Okay, you need to assess for each question, read the situation, and choose the best sentence using the third condition. Okay, and then we have a second part. Select the name of the conflict management style based on the description. So you are going to click what is the correct one and then submit that one. All right, do you have any questions about this? Okay, we have a homework for tonight, so it's bring and tell. You are going to show an object, right? Or a picture of a place, a person, anything, and explain what, why this is important for you, and describe the object, person, or place, okay? We're going to do that later on. By now, we're going to check the attendance, my friends. So, Christian Alexander Arevalo Delgado. Daniel Antonio Luna. Daniel Arquímedes Florentino García.
Present.
Good. Erica Jasmine Martinez Carpio.
Present.
Good. Fátima Denise Aguilar Márquez. Herman Alexander Durán Linares. Héctor Francisco Morales Rico.
Present, teacher.
Good. Iván Petrovich Guzmán Aquino.
Present.
Good. Jamie Raquel Escobar Alfaro.
Present.
Good. Holman Saúl Girón Sánchez.
Present.
Good. José Alberto Baños Hernández.
Present, teacher.
Good. Carla Lorena Leiva Contreras.
Present.
Good. Kenia Cecilia Ruiz Morán.
Present.
Good. Lucy Natalie Juárez de Ramírez. Manuel Antonio Escamilla Jurado. Nelson Antonio Rodas Rosales.
Present.
Good. Osvin Alexis Flores Hernández.
Present.
Good. Samantha Marisol Campos Flamengo.
Present.
Good. Zulma Janet Ramírez Ábalos.
Present.
Good. Vanessa Noemí Reyes Lemus.
Present.
Good. And David Alexander Rodríguez Sánchez. Okay, I guess I got everybody here, right? Let's see. Okay, very good. Okay, so we're going to start the class of tonight. Let me just check the chat here. Okay, I got chat. Very good. So we're going to start with a little video so we can check, understand, and please try to understand and then provide comments. It's very important if you participate in the class, okay? And then we're going to do an activity that is very interesting. So let's see how it goes. Here is it. Right, and this is about decision making that we're going to start tonight or on next Monday. As I was telling, it seems that we're going to have classes on Monday, but only on Monday. Okay, probably you are going to receive a notification in the chat. All right, so if that happens, I mean, you are going to receive about the vacation, or you are going to receive, hey, we'll wait for you in the class, right? So that will be it. But by now we're going to check the video. So here we go.
And a class on entrepreneurship. The class was at Stanford University, and the students were presented with a challenge. The instructor split the group of students into teams, and then handed each team an envelope with $5 of seed funding for their brand new operation. They had one task: turn the $5 into the most money possible in a short time frame. The final part of this exercise came early the next week, when each team was required to present to the rest of the students, highlighting what they had done and the amount of money they had generated. I'm sure you are all now strategizing in your head. What would you do if given the same choice? And I'm guessing you're wondering, well, what did the winning team do? Would it surprise you to find out that the winning team didn't even use the $5? So what did they do? Well, they sold the rights to that presentation to the rest of the class to a company in town that was more than happy to pay them for the privilege of pitching a group of brilliant Stanford students with the aim of recruiting them to join their organization upon graduation. The winning team spent the short amount of time they had maximizing the real opportunity they had, the presentation, which required challenging the constraints of the exercise. In this case, that $5 in the envelope. Constraints prevent innovative ideas from ever developing. Step number one, if you want to excel at decision making, always start by challenging the constraints. I find the decision-making process fascinating. I run the strategy team at Ability. We're a leadership development company based in Austin, Texas, that places people in team-based competitive business simulations to mimic the decisions they make in the real world to better prepare them for the challenges ahead. In the past 3 years alone, over 20,000 professionals in over 30 countries have participated in one of our simulations. We get to work with some of the most innovative companies on the planet, and we get to witness firsthand what truly exceptional decision-making looks like. The 3 steps I present today are distilled from those observations, and they focus on what to do before you decide. It doesn't matter if you're a professional on the precipice of a critical choice, or a parent in the midst of a conundrum considering the path to take with your child, or a student deciding what school to attend or what major to pursue. We all make thousands of decisions each day, and we are all striving for an edge. I started with that Stanford story because it highlights something that I see time and time again in our simulation. Too many teams jump right into solving a problem, and they accept all the constraints we present them with. If you want to excel at decision-making, begin by considering what barriers are holding you back, start there, and see what is possible. Step number 1, challenge the constraints. To introduce the second step, I want to share something that probably won't surprise you. One of the most impactful periods during our simulation is actually after the experience is over, when people and teams reflect on what went right and what went wrong. We do this often in life, and we call this exercise a postmortem because we wait until the event has concluded. Here's what our time with leaders around the world has taught us. Take this postmortem approach and flip it around. Embrace a premortem. Consider what failure would look like before you ever go down a path. It's human nature to strategize an approach and then formulate all of the ways that you will be successful. Don't get me wrong, it is great to envision your success, and you really should only pursue decisions that you believe will have a positive outcome. However, I've watched professionals strategize grandiose plans of the many ways they will triumph in our simulation. But many times, all of that energy comes at the expense of spending any time brainstorming how they might fail and the many ways they might fail. So now let me tell you a story about snakes, the British government, and a striking example of where a premortem could have averted a decision-making disaster. During the era of colonialization in India, the British government was concerned about the number of venomous cobra snakes in Delhi. After countless failed ideas, the government decided to offer a cash bounty for every dead cobra. Initially, this was an extremely successful approach, as a number of snakes were killed for this new reward. Here's the problem. Imaginative individuals started to breed cobras, explicitly for the income they could now generate. It didn't take long. The government became aware of this, and they quickly scrapped the reward program for dead cobras. However, this led the cobra breeders to set their now worthless snakes free. The wild cobra population became even worse than it was initially. The apparent solution for the problem made the situation even worse. This is now, unsurprisingly, referred to as the cobra effect. It is also a perfect illustration of the power of a premortem. Before we decide, we choose most often to imagine what success will look like. And then, for some reason, we wait until the experience is over and go over with a fine-tooth comb and conduct a forensic postmortem. Invest the time up front contemplating how an idea you are considering could end in failure. Step number 2, embrace a premortem. To introduce the third step, I want to share a story from 1999 about a NASA mission to study the climate of the planet Mars. After almost 10 months of travel and a build cost of over $125 million, the Mars Climate Orbiter spacecraft burned and broke into pieces due to a navigational mistake. The fascinating thing about this failure was that it was entirely preventable. There were multiple teams working on the project. One of the teams used the metric system in their calculation. Another team provided crucial data using inches, feet, and pounds. Some of the smartest people on the planet, legitimate rocket scientists, forgot to check that both teams were using the same unit of measurement, and the consequences were catastrophic. Thus far, I've stood on this stage, and I've told you that your first step should be to challenge the constraints, to allow you to think big. Then I told you that most of us are predisposed to contemplate success, and instead, you need to balance that and contemplate failure. Those first two steps allow you the capacity to think outside that proverbial box we hear so much about. But the third step is vital, and it's often overlooked. Never forget to check the basics. I have watched senior leaders of Fortune 500 companies concoct truly impressive strategic plans in our simulation with multiple levels of complexity in an effort to win the game. But many times, they let small details prove to be their downfall. During one of our simulations, completely unbeknownst to the participants at the onset of the game, over the course of the experience, we're going to challenge them with unforeseen external events. These events range from unexpected product recalls to social media PR disasters, all the way to natural disasters, like hurricanes that put their virtual employees at risk. Many times, though, it is actually the more simple tasks of bringing a product to market that trip a team up. The steps required to bring a product to market actually don't change throughout the course of our game, and they're pretty basic. But once we introduce intense adverse events and the clock continues to tick down, teams then struggle to complete those basic tasks. Step number 3 before you decide, check the basics. Never let the minute details be the downfall of the decision on your doorstep. We started with $5 ingenuity at Stanford, and then we talked about cobra snakes in India, and then we talked about spacecrafts destined for Mars. 3 stories that highlight 3 steps to effective decision making. I want to finish with a story about January 15th, 2009, when an aircraft with 150 people on board took off from New York City, destined for Charlotte, North Carolina. 3 minutes after takeoff, an ordinary flight became anything but. The pilot would later remark that he heard terrible noises, the likes of which he had never heard before, and it felt as if the bottom had fallen out of his world. What changed? The plane had struck a flock of Canadian geese, causing both engines to shut down. It was at that point that Sully Sullenberger took control from his co-pilot and radioed a Mayday call. I don't know if I can highlight any example of challenging the constraints more than the following exchange between Sullenberger and air traffic control. He had previously considered returning to LaGuardia Airport. Then he considered nearby Teterboro Airport in New Jersey, before receiving the following message. Quote, "Which runway would you like?" Captain Sullenberger's response, "We're going to be in the Hudson." The response from air traffic control, "I'm sorry, say again?" After the event, Sully would say that given the fact that they were in New York City, one of the most densely populated places on the planet, it was actually the Hudson River, although an extreme option, that represented the best chance for a safe outcome. So he challenged the constraints and readied for a water landing. At that point, his premortem began. He actually believed that he could land his plane intact in the river. But what he did next was contemplate how long his aircraft would float, and given that it was January, he considered the feasibility of a water rescue given the freezing temperatures. After walking through different scenarios of success and contemplating different scenarios of failure, he moved forward on his decision-making path. As the aircraft approached the river, he had his co-pilot shout out airspeed and altitude to confirm the critical basic details that ended up leading to all 150 people on board surviving. After the landing and during the water rescue, there was actually one final check to be done. Captain Sullenberger walked the length of the flooded aircraft twice to ensure that no passengers remained on board before he finally exited the plane. Each day, we are presented with thousands of decisions. It is my greatest hope that you never face anything as perilous as what Sully faced that cold January day. But no matter the gravity of the decision you face, before you decide, first challenge the constraints to allow you to think big and think different. Next, embrace a premortem to mitigate for potential mistakes and better formulate the correct course of action. And conclude by checking the basics to ensure that small details don't prevent you from accomplishing amazing things. Thank you all so much for your time.
Okay, what did you get from the video?
I think, teacher, that he said that it's important to analyze first what decision do you want to take. So in many cases, I think, for example, I take bad decision because I want to make the decision quickly, so I don't see the details that he said, so we can analyze what is the consequence of my decision. I can see what is of details that I can to get failures. So I think it's important to know and apply the 3 steps that he said to get a better result. Like the example of the airplane, it's very interesting how he take that decision in a short time in order to get a good result and save all the people that are in the airplane. So I think it's very important to know these steps.
Okay, very good, perfect. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's very interesting because, you know, here in the English classes, since this is English for work, we learn not only English, but also we learn some interesting things, not only from the videos or from the class, but sometimes from the students. I mean, sometimes I have been in classes where an opinion is a very interesting point of view. So, and other things that, I mean, we can be a little bit better every day, right? So that is an interesting part. Any other comments or opinion? Okay, next week we are going to check something else about making decisions, right? So, my friends, life is full of that. I mean, every single thing that you do is a decision. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna make coffee, I'm going to everything is a decision. And sometimes a little decision can change your life. So, for example, imagine that you say, I'm not going to take the bus, I'm going to walk. And then that day, that bus has an accident. I mean, that little decision can cause an impact in your life. And it's a little decision, a little bit. Or the opposite, you say, I'm going to walk, I'm not going to take the bus. And then you get assaulted by somebody with a gun. So a little thing, a little thing. So all the decisions that we make are important. Everything, every single thing that we analyze. And sometimes we analyze more some things because we have the time, as Vanessa was saying. Sometimes, I mean, we make a decision because we don't have the time. But if you have the time, or if it's a big decision, I mean, yeah, we have to think and analyze, right? So, for example, imagine that you get an offer for a new job, right? So you need to analyze. It's not only the money. Sometimes you say, oh, I'm going to earn more money. But what are the responsibilities? What is the schedule? Sometimes it's very tricky. Sometimes it's very hard, a new job. So maybe you are better in this job, earning a little bit less, but having a better life, right? So things like that are very, very important, and they are decisions, lots of decisions every day at every time. So for example, to come to class, I mean, you decide, or you decide to connect and not participate, you decide, but you are the ones that are not going to practice. I speak English already, but if you don't practice, it's your decision. It's the impact in your life. We're going to do a little exercise. That's a good one. Okay, this is going to be a dictation. So, please take a pencil and paper, and I'm going to dictate you some words. Not words, but it's a paragraph, okay? I'm going to tell you a little part, and I'm going to repeat 3 or 4 times. I'm going to also take the punctuation. And then at the end, I'm going to say all the paragraphs so you can check. Okay? So everybody is ready? I mean, do you have paper and pencil already?
Yes.
Nice.
Could be in the computer.
If you want, you can be in the computer, yeah? I mean, it doesn't matter. All right, here we go. Okay, just check. It was not this one, it was a different. Hold on a second. Because I had another one. This is for another practice that we're going to make. Hold on. In the meantime, if you don't have pencil, I mean, you can take it. Here we go. A business can be described. A business can be described. A business can be described as an organization, as an organization, as an organization, or enterprising, or enterprising, or enterprising entity. Entity. Entity that engages. Entity that engages. Engages in professional, comma, commercial, or industrial activities, or industrial activities, or industrial activities, period. There can be, there can be, there can be, there can be different types, different types of businesses, or businesses, I'm sorry, depending on, depending on various factors. Various factors. Various factors, period. Some are, some are, some are for profit. Actually, it's going to be for dash profit. For dash or hyphen profit. So you know dash or hyphen, you know that, right? For hyphen profit. Comma.
Teacher, for what?
Hyphen. For hyphen profit. Comma. While some are, while some are, while some are, non hyphen profit, non hyphen profit, non hyphen profit, period. Similarly, comma, their ownership also makes them different from each other. From each other. From each other. Period. For instance, comma, there are sole proprietorships. Proprietorships, comma, partnerships, comma, corporations, comma, and more. Period. Business is also the efforts and activities and activities of a person and activities of a person who is producing goods or offering services with the intent to sell them for profit. Okay, I'm going to read all the paragraph right now. A business can be described as an organization or enterprising entity that engages in professional, commercial, or industrial activities. There can be different types of businesses depending on various factors. Some are for profit, while some are non-profit. Similarly, their ownership also makes them different from each other. For instance, there are sole proprietorships, partnerships, corporations, and more. Business is also the effort and activities of a person who is producing goods or offering services with the intent to sell them for profit. All right, now we are going to check. This is the moment of truth. Are you ready to go to New York? We're going to check right now. Okay. So this is it. This is the paragraph that I dictated. So check, circle the ones that are incorrect. All right. And check how many you have. I'm going to give you a few minutes. Okay, my friends. Question. Did anybody had everything correct? No mistakes. Okay. Did anybody had 3 or less mistakes? Okay. Yeah, I know that there are words here that are not common, right? That
Yes,
happens.
teacher. Proprietorship, I have never listened this word.
All right.
I am confused the word ownership. I not understand it. The read is bad.
Okay. Yeah, you know, this happens, all right? So what other errors did you have? Tell me.
For me, I add S in various words that don't have S.
That happens.
Then in entity, I put entire. And
Okay.
also in or offering, you puse or often. And
Okay.
that was the mistakes.
All right. It was not that bad. I mean, I know. I mean, I get this for the dictation because many words here are common and there are a few that are not common. That happens. I mean, sometimes you're speaking, I mean, when we watch the videos, maybe when I speak, sometimes there are words that you don't know, right? That happens. So we need to try to get this vocabulary. The way for you to get more vocabulary is this way. You see a word, okay, that you don't know, and you have to look for that in the dictionary. Look for the pronunciation, look for the uses, and try to use it. I mean, it's not only that you say, that is the meaning of that word. You need to use it. If you use it every day for, let's say, 1 week, 2 weeks, you will never forget. Okay. The one that you told me is also very interesting. Sometimes what happens, and even when you're reading, sometimes there are plurals and you don't say the plural, you say business and it says businesses, for example. And the opposite, sometimes it's singular and you add the S. So that is also happening. I don't know if you have seen when you read, I mean, that is common, that people, they change the word or they use another word that is not there, or they don't say the word that is there. I mean, many things happen.
I think it's like in Spanish, you add S in words that don't have the S. Then.
That is true. I mean, the cultural part is also good. That is true. I mean, that happens a lot. So, and another thing is that sometimes we make mistakes in words that we don't know the pronunciation. Pronunciation is very important. You know the word, but when I say it, I mean, maybe you know it the way that you write the word, but not the way that is the sound. So when you listen to the word, it's like, what is that word, right? And you write something and that is totally different. It's another thing. Okay, this is a very good exercise. Okay, we're going to do it maybe once again in this course. I do this exercise in all my classes, and it's a very good one. If we meet in the advance, I do the exercise, but I don't dictate. One of you is the one that do the dictation. So we evaluate other things, okay? And also we're going to do other exercise the next week. That is a very interesting one. So let's see how it goes. But by now, this is good enough. Good. Let's check something. Okay, now the moment has come. You had homework, right? The bring and tell homework. So this is your moment of shine. This is your moment. The microphone, the cameras are for you. So tell me, who wants to be the first one that is going to tell me about the object, person, place, or anything that you want to show?
Me, teacher.
Very good. Let's listen to Carla Lorena.
I try to share.
Okay.
I don't know if I am sharing my screen.
No, we're not seeing anything. Give it a shot. We are going to wait. So there at the bottom it says share screen. So okay, now it seems that it's working. Oh,
I can share.
ya estaba medio viéndose, pero luego se quitó, no sé, something happened. So at the bottom, there is an option that says share screen. Just click on that one. Solo hay que darle donde dice share screen.
Sí,
Y luego se
pero
va.
I can found the document.
Okay, look for the document and then share that one. Maybe that way is better.
I don't know what happened. Maybe can I explain?
Yes, definitely. Or if you want, also, if you have the document, you can share that. You can send it in the chat of Zoom, and I can open here and share.
Okay.
Yeah, just send me the document on the Zoom
Okay.
chat, and then I'm going to show it here, and you can speak. But please send it to the chat in Zoom.
Chat on
In Zoom.
in the chat of the WhatsApp.
No, in the chat in Zoom, so I can open here in the computer.
If you want, I can share for her.
So you have the document?
In WhatsApp, yes.
Okay, please do it. Yeah. So Vanessa is going to help you. Very good. Thank you, Vanessa.
Can you see it? What you see?
Very good. Hey, Paquito the cat.
Can you share the words?
Okay.
This is my cat called Paquito. He weighs 22 pounds. Is bigger. And I want to tell the history. I want to share the history of my cat. They say the cat choose the owners and that they come into our life when we need them. Because I always have worker in a project way far from my house. And I was working in Honduras for 4 years. And when I was in a project in a dam called El Cajón, that is a big project. I live in a mobile home and I have some Colombian neighbors and they have adopted a cat. and they thought it was a female cat, so they named it Paquita. At the time, I had a cat whom I named Alex. A Paquita would always come to eat the food I would give it to my cat. And I think he did not like being in the other house because the neighbor son bothered him a lot. So as time went by, he stayed with me. And after a while, the Colombian were already gone and left it there by itself. I don't understand that the people do that kind of thing, like taking animals as if they were things and they abandon it. When I returned to El Salvador, I brought the two cats with me, and it was a big problem in my house because we have dog, and it was very difficult because my family hate the cats. And today my mom, for example, say that Paquito is Paquito is de ella. I don't know what to say.
It's hers.
It's hers. And I like the cats because the cat teach us many things like passing, the unconditional love. I think he know when, for example, I am sad or sick, because when I am sad or sick, he arrives and make massage my stomach, and it's for calms me. Just like when I see him sleeping so safely, he gives me peace of mind to sleep well. I like the cats. I had to bring a kid, and there is he was my company. He was my I don't know his company, la compañía. He was
Company.
my company for 2 years in a project.
Okay, very interesting. Very good and very nice cat. And the story is also very nice because I mean he was from another people and you took it under your. Yeah, it's very nice there. Look at that. And it's very big, right?
Yes, it's very big.
Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice, Paquita. Oh, Paquito. Okay, thank you. Any question for Lorena? Lorena?
The cat is a boy, right?
Yes, it's a boy.
It is Paquito that all is he?
Yes, it's
How many home is
say my teacher.
Male,
That
yes.
male.
Mhm. Yeah, it's very nice there. Look at him. Very handsome.
Yes, it's very handsome.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Carla Lorena. It was very nice, very interesting. Okay, now the question is who wants to be the next one?
I can continue.
Very good. Let's listen to Vanessa, not me.
I'm gonna I'm gonna talk about the opposite of cats. To the dogs.
Okay.
Okay. He's my pet. And he's my cutie pet. He's a part of my family. His name is Ranger. He's a kitten. So sometimes I think it's like my brother, I think, or myself, maybe. So maybe sometimes I think my parents love him more than me. So he's a pit bull, so all of my family love him. He arrived to our home like in 2016. And he was a little dog. He was like a month of beard. He fitted in my hand when he arrived to our house. And when he arrived, he was very hungry because he ate all the food that we served. But now he is 7 years old and he is so big. So I think weighs like 70 pounds. And he's quiet, but many persons that watched it thinks that gets afraid, so because he's a pit bull, so and he's big. And we understand that because in these days have passed many sad cases of attacks to people to attacks pit bulls to person. So it's very sad, but I think it's depend of you take your pets. And I think this photo, it's my favorite ever, I think, because when I get my degree, my university degree, my mom took me the photo with him. And when, like you see, it's like very happy. So when my mom took the photo, and I felt in this moment, it was like he was very happy for me, and he was so proud. I felt it. And I think that degree was for him too, because he stayed with me when I made my homeworks until the midnight. And when I was so stressful, he stayed with me, and like Carla said, the pets give you like a peace and you can calm down. So he's my pet, and you can watch it, he's lying down in this moment. I don't know if you can watch it, but he's like that. He's learning English, I think, too.
Yeah, he's gonna bark in English.
Yeah, so he's my pet.
Okay, it's a very cute dog. I really like it. Yeah, it seems that it's a big dog right now. That is nice.
Yeah, that is the first photo that I took.
It was a baby there. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's true. I mean, sometimes people, everybody, when we see a big dog, sometimes we are like afraid, right? That's like the natural thing. But sometimes these big dogs, they are very, very friendly, very nice. So yeah, it's very good.
It depends on the person who, how do you say, criar?
Breed.
I think it's depend to how well you breed your pet.
That is true. Definitely. Anybody has a question for Vanessa?
What is the name of the dogs?
Ranger.
Ranger.
Yeah.
In Spanish, Ranger. In English, Ranger.
Okay, Ranger. Okay.
Like Chuck Norris, Texas Ranger.
Mhm.
He has like 40 babies.
40 babies.
No way.
Yeah, yeah, in different times. So first 10, then other 10. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. He's like my grandfather. He had a lot of kids. All right, very good. Perfect, thank you. Any other question for Vanessa and me? Okay, very good, very interesting, very cute your dog, and it's very nice that you have it there with you. Very good. Okay, now the question is who wants to be the next one? Okay, I'm going to choose them. Let's see. Holman Saul.
Hi,
Hello.
I don't have the presentation.
Oh, but you can just speak if you want. You can describe something.
Well, I can talk about the
Whatever you want to speak that is important for you, special. It can be a person, it can be a place, it can be an object, whatever.
I don't know, maybe the streetwear,
Okay.
I think it's in a topic interesting for me. It's the streetwear culture is about the when is when the for example the hip hop culture. The hip hop is a kind of music, but it's a culture. The culture include the the uh, how do you the uh the clothes the style of wear of words. So it's instant instant for me when the 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 different luxury brands of clothes get the streetwear culture. And for example is polo. Polo is a brand of clothes. It's for people like high class, for example, but in but the culture, the hip hop culture shoes or get the brand and they take the brand and they wear the brand. It's like the culture hip hop. The person have bad bad opinion about the hip hop culture, because the people think there are bad people, they are but they do bad things, they were like about people. So the brand Polo is a brand of people the high class. So the culture hip hop take the brand and they then they wear the brand and the people it's like because they hate the comments of the people. So then the Polo brand take the culture hip hop and they they create the line of polo, but streetwear, polo streetwear. After before the brand, if was like for just for people like high class people, and then because the culture hip hop take the brand polo told it's good idea. It's good idea to create the polo the line of clothes streetwear because the culture streetwear take our brand. So you we can create the line of hip hop culture like it's a form like the a brand luxury brand take the culture the streetwear culture and the people think sometimes think that brand is like is just for rich people is rich for the high class. So the it's interesting for me when the luxury brands take the this culture and create the line of this culture. It's interesting.
Yeah, actually, it's very interesting. Yeah, I didn't know all these things. You know, I have some polo shirts. I don't have that many streetwear because well, my thing is they're rock music and things that way. But yeah, I have seen a lot of people that wear this kind of clothes, and it's very interesting. Maybe the closest that I have is some American football jerseys, but other than that, I don't have any of that. But it's a very good one. Yeah, very nice. Thank you very much for sharing. Any question for Holman? Okay, so let's continue. Let's listen to Ivan Petrovich.
Okay, let me see. Okay, can you see?
It's coming, it's coming. Yeah, now we can see.
Okay. I'm looking for in the internet this picture. I like it. I like the picture. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful picture for me. It's a so I see at the end of the road a gray. What is the pronunciation? Volcano.
Volcano, yeah.
Okay. I see at the end of the road a great volcano. Also with the leaves on the ground and beautiful sunsets. The success is I like I enjoy see in the afternoon the sunsets in the skies. I can see the weather seems to be very cool. The pictures, I think so, is Japan's. The weather in Japan is cool. Also, I see the large trees with ready hojas. How do you say hojas?
Leaves.
Leaves. Thank you. Leaves the color. What is the reddish? Reddish. Leaves the color reddish is interesting. Only that, teacher. That's it.
Okay, very good. Yeah, actually, it's a very nice picture. And that is the interesting part. This is a picture, right? It's something that is real. I mean, you can see the sunset, and the mountain, and the road, and the trees, and everything is amazing. Good. Any questions for Ivan Petrovich? Okay, very good. Very interesting, my friend. Let's see who is going to be the next one. Let's see with Daniel Archimedes.
Okay. I will say I will talk about things.
Okay.
I will talk about a guitar. I will talk about a little bit the guitar. When I was a child, I played the guitar in a church because 20 years ago doesn't exist the cell phone. For is my toy was a guitar. My mom told me, say my dad, you need to improve your skill. You need to, let me see, be more intelligent to develop your skill, your head, your mind. You need to be busy because you are young. When you are a professional or a homemade, you need to know a lot of things. Play the guitar is good for all people. My mother say. For it, I investigate about what is the benefits to play the guitar. I discovered that you can improve your memory and cognitive skill. This helps to improve my memory and cognitive skill. In addition, play the guitar can help to find my motor skill because you need to use your fingers to fret the strings. It's helped to improve my coordination and dexterity. Other thing, some tips that the play the guitar improve is improving my memory, enhancing my creativity, teach my discipline, develop my social skill and teamwork, improve my maths performance, enhances my coordination, increase my confidence and self-eating, sharpen my concentration, is a music therapy, is self my expression. Play the guitar is fun. If you want, I can show how to play the guitar. If you want, I can play a bit a part of song. If you want, it's possible,
Of
teacher.
course.
Daniel,
Yes.
Daniel,
Yes. Yeah, you have
Daniel,
fans.
Daniel,
I
Daniel.
feel a little bit nervous, but I will try it.
Of course, we want to listen.
Hey, man, you can do it.
Okay, I will try because my affiliation is a little bit strange. It's weird. Okay, I will try. The song is in Spanish, Cambia. Let me see. I will try to. What a moment. Let me see.
You have the microphone.
Yeah, we cannot listen. I don't know if you're playing already.
Because he has the audífonos, I don't know,
Maybe.
connecting to the computer, I suppose.
Yes, because right now we cannot listen to you. I don't know if you can listen to us.
Hey, Daniel.
Daniel.
Daniel. I can hear us.
Está bien concentrado.
Daniel, we cannot
No le
hear you.
escuchamos.
What?
Sí, no se escucha. Yo creo que es por lo que dice la compañera que está con los audífonos. O sea.
Oh.
You must disconnect the audífonos for the
Ajá.
computer. Disconnect the audífonos.
I don't know. ¿No me escucharon?
Nothing at all.
No.
Nothing.
No.
Yo, pero ahorita sí me escuchan.
Bien apanado.
Sí, es que desconectar los micrófonos y dejarlo abierto para oír creo que sí se va a oír la guitarra.
Ajá, sí, lo pone, digamos, directamente sin los audífonos.
Ajá, sin los audífonos.
Okay,
Desconecta.
let me see. I will Hola, hola, ¿me escuchan?
Yes.
Sí,
Yes.
estaba bien apanado.
Ahorita he desconectado ¿Me escuchan?
Sí.
Sí.
Ay, voy a tratar de tocar de nuevo.
Okay, good.
Okay.
No se escucha,
No
¿verdad?
lo escuchamos, no. We cannot.
No se
Solo
escucha.
No,
No.
pues, solo la voz, sí. Lo que pasa es que tiene el noise reduction. Cuando tiene activado el noise reduction, solo capta la voz, no capta otras cosas.
Ouch. Y entonces, ¿y cómo desactivo eso? No sé.
Ahí
en
en la configuración del micrófono tiene que
Ajá,
darle.
en Zoom, tiene que ser en Zoom. Se va a la configuración y luego...
Déjeme ver. ¿Dónde puedo ver esa configuración?
Ahí tiene que estar
En speaker.
puede ser en speaker.
En el mío dice audio.
Audio, ajá.
Audio settings.
No, pero
Ajá.
¿dónde encuentro esa opción?
Comparta la pantalla, porque no sé si será diferente.
Sí, eso es lo que estoy viendo. Voy a compartir mi pantalla. Ay, Dios. Ok, no sé, aquí, si ustedes me pueden ayudar, ¿dónde puedo yo?
Váyase a Zoom.
Estoy en Zoom. Ya estoy
Sí,
compartiendo pantalla.
cierra la imagen.
La imagen que estoy compartiendo.
Ajá.
Sí.
Para que
Ah,
se vaya como a la pantalla, a la aplicación de Zoom.
Si tiene que compartir la aplicación de Zoom, no la imagen.
ok.
Ajá.
Tengo que abrir, déjeme ver. Ay, a mí la tecnología me agobia.
Sí, donde usted le da Share Screen, ahí le salen todas las opciones y una es la pantalla que se ve
Ujú.
de Zoom. Solo le da esa pantalla y vamos a poder ver lo que usted ve.
Vaya, share, y ahora
Pantalla.
Sí,
Aquí,
ahí donde sale la de Zoom, cabal. No la imagen, sino la de Zoom.
ya, estoy en
Ajá.
la
Es,
pantalla.
es
Abra
el
Zoom.
escritorio.
Estoy en la pantalla de compartiendo la pantalla de Zoom.
No, ese es el
No,
desktop.
no nos sale.
Ah, pues no, es que no.
Tiene que darle donde diga pantalla.
Mm, déjeme ver. Ay, no, sí, if not possible, WhatsApp, no. Sí, pues estoy compartiendo, sí, es compartir pantalla.
Yeah, share screen. And then you will see that it says screen. Where it says screen, that's the one.
Then we see share Zoom, maybe.
Mhm.
Hay una opción de share Zoom. Yo voy a darle todas las opciones aquí.
Okay.
No nos sale. Ah, vaya, ahí arriba le sale el micrófono que dice mute. Entonces,
Es-
dele en la flechita. Ajá. Y le va a
Ok.
dar donde dice audio settings.
Ajá, audio setting.
The last
Au-
one.
Al final. Eso. Good.
Ajá. ¿Y ahora? Ya
Tienes
Ay,
que
puedo.
no
poner,
sale.
No les-
es que
Está
no
bien
se ve.
bloqueado. Vaya, pero busca donde diga audio. En la tercera opción.
Sí, tiene que decir audio y luego dice noise reduction y ese lo tiene que quitar, pero después lo vuelve a poner si usted quiere.
Este speaker, sí, déme, sí. Dice parqueado display, ruido en simulado.
Hay uno que, bueno, a mí me sale aquí, sonido original para músicos. Supongo que eso para eso.
Maybe that's the one, yeah.
Ajá.
De serio, audio.
Le voy a
Audio
mandar
por.
una captura al WhatsApp, tal vez le sirve.
Qué difícil
Troubleshooting.
esto. Mire, y ahorita ya le di a Original Sound for Musician.
Vaya, pruebe.
Toque a veces. Sí.
Sí, estoy tocando.
No, no se oye.
No
No,
sé.
it's not.
Ok, yo creo que lo intentamos.
Va, lo que podemos hacer es que después envía un video ahí al chat de
Ajá,
WhatsApp.
cabal. Un
Ahí lo
audio.
vamos a
Voy a practicar. I will practice because my voice now is a little bit wild. Okay,
Okay.
thank you for paying attention. Thank you for help. Only that.
Very good, very good. Yeah, we want to listen to you, so then the WhatsApp we can wait for the video. Let's see.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you, Daniel. Do you have any question for Daniel?
Only we want the song.
Yeah, we want to listen to that one. Perfect. So let's listen now to Sulma Janet.
Okay, I'm going to share.
Okay.
I just have some photos.
All right.
You can see.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to talk about my favorite view. There is I like to go to camping or to walk in different places. And these are some photos that I went to the forest or volcanoes. This photo is for Pacayar volcano in Chinameca. I don't know if somebody was, but it's a good place. You can you walk so many, and I visit to the Conchagua, that is this picture, and you can I don't know how to say acampar.
Camping, go camping.
Go camping in that place is helado, I don't know.
It's very cold.
It's very cold. And this other picture is for the Tajumulco volcano in Guatemala. We went 2 years before with some friends and campaign them there too. We was for 2 days. And this is for Pacaya, Volcán Pacaya in Guatemala. It was the last year when the volcano goes, how to say eruption?
Eruption.
Eruption, okay. We was there. This is my favorite hobby, and I usually enjoy go with friends and walk. Take fresh air, visit lakes or hills.
Okay.
That's all.
Perfect. Very good. Very interesting. Very nice. Does anybody have a question for Sulma?
The last photo was in Guatemala.
Yes, it was in Guatemala.
Interesting. Congratulations.
Thanks. When you want to go, you are welcome.
Yeah, let's make a trip in English.
I think I can die in this kind of trip. I'm out of, ¿cómo no estoy en forma? How do you say that?
In shape.
Out of shape. Out of shape.
I'm
Out of shape.
in shape.
All right. Very good. Perfect. Thank you. Very interesting. And thank you for sharing, Sulma. Now we're going to listen to Jamie, Raquel. Hello, Jamie. Not possible. Then Herman Alexander. Not possible either. Nelson Antonio Rodas.
Can you hear me, teacher?
We can hear you, yeah.
Let me do something here.
All right.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, it's raining, but I don't know if you can hear me a lot.
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay. Okay, I don't know if you see that picture.
Okay, yeah.
It's a sample about lotion.
Okay.
You can see that?
Yes.
Okay, these samples gave me a special person for me, maybe 30 things ago.
Okay.
30 things ago. It was when I was a child. Maybe when I was 10 or 11 years. So I decided to keep this lotion because I like the scent. So I decided to keep, and I told it maybe someday I can buy the original lotion. Maybe when I get a work, I will buy. And I was working since 2006.
Aquí está.
But I always had some difficult to buy this lotion. But maybe 2 years ago, I had the opportunity to buy the original version, and is this one. This is the original, and this is the small.
The father and
Yes.
the baby.
Yes, I get by, but this is things I bought in USA, and they send me things there. And this I have the original thing since 2 years ago. In this one, maybe 20 years ago. So I want to show you because for me it was a little difficult to buy the original version. Only that picture.
Interesting, very good. That is a long time for you to have that one. What is the name of the perfume? What is the name? The name of the lotion?
I can't hear you. Let me.
Okay, tell me, teacher.
Yeah, what is the name of the lotion?
Okay, the name is Givenchy de Paris.
Oh, Givenchy. Very good. Yeah, I really like that. That is a very good brand.
Yes.
Very good, perfect. Anybody has a question for Nelson Antonio? Okay, very good. Thank you for sharing, Nelson. It was amazing.
You're welcome.
Very good. Now we're going to listen to, let's see, Jose Alberto Baños.
Hi, teacher. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm gonna try to share my screen, but I'm on the phone. Let me try. Screen. Okay. Can you see that?
Yeah, we can see this. Yeah.
Okay. This is something special for me. The volleyball has been very special for me, and I practiced it when I was young, and it was something very important to me. It is something that gave me great satisfaction and very special moments. In 1997, I had an accident, and that kept me from practicing the sport, but it gives me enormous satisfaction that my babies have the same taste for the sport, and I can enjoy those moments with them, and now I can practice with them, and that is something wonderful for me. That's all.
Okay, very good. Interesting. Volleyball, right? That is, yeah, it's a very nice sport. I used to play, but I didn't practice very much, but I used to play. It's very, very nice.
Yeah,
It's a
thank
very
you.
good thing. And so you never practice that anymore.
Yes, but not that in the form that I like. Is not the same. Only for enjoy the moment, but a few years ago I can practice federate. I think that's say. But my daughters and are practicing in a club for volleyball here in Santa Ana. It's called San Rafael.
Okay, very good. And it's very nice that, I mean, you were able to transmit the love for the sport to your babies, and that you can live the experience with them. So
yes,
it's a
great
different
for
level.
me.
Very good, very nice. Thank you for sharing. Anybody has a question for Jose Alberto?
Did you participate in a competition?
Like 10 years ago or 20 years ago,
Did you win it?
and sometimes
Yes.
it's more for the competition. But in right now, I go to my girls and they tomorrow they go to play in Acajutla. And last week they was playing in San Marcos, and that it's very important to me, but I going with they, and this is very, very grateful.
Very good, very nice. And yeah, you can see that you're very excited about that one. So very good that you are enjoying that one in a different way, but I mean, it's special because are your daughters, right? So very good. Perfect. So let's see who else is missing. Osvin, Alexis, I don't know if it's possible for you. Yeah, there are a few of you that you were like.
Let me try. Let me try.
Okay, of course. Good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me see a picture. Let's see. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That picture is amazing, and I like climb. Some months ago, I climbed the Santana volcano, and I like the Guarepeque Lake because in the past when I was child, I live in the edge of the Guarepeque Lake. Is for me is amazing. For the word is the eight Tava Maravilla, I don't know.
The eighth marvel. Wonder, no, it's wonder.
Yes,
Wonders, yeah.
A wonder of the world. In Guaripeque Lake, there are a lot of histories, and my grandmother and my grandfather told me in the past, in the center of the lake, is form remolino. I don't know, teacher, remolino.
Twister.
Yes, there are a twister in the center of the lake. Is dangerous. My grandfather told me too. Several people lost in the lake. It never found. This in the edge of the volcano, the Santana volcano. When you stay in the top, you can see the volcano, the Guarepeque Lake, and Izalco volcano too, and and Cerro Verde. The weather in that place was great. This is so cool, and there are a lot of vegetables. It's amazing.
Okay. Yeah, the picture is amazing. It's very interesting because yeah, they are very close, right? Two volcanoes and lake, they are very close. Maybe they're connected. That's why you feel that in the middle of the volcano. So very interesting, and picture is amazing.
Yes.
Okay, anybody has a question for Austin? No questions. Very good. Thank you for sharing. It's amazing. Okay. Good. Let's see who else is missing. Erica Yasmin, is it possible for you? Not possible. Kenya Cecilia. Not possible. Héctor Francisco Morales.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, is it possible for you to present the homework?
No, teacher, I can't because I work in a report for tomorrow.
I see, no problem. So
I'm so sorry, teacher.
No worries, no worries. Let's check with Fatima Denise.
Hi, teacher.
Hello.
I talk about my cat, my little cat.
Okay.
He was adopted in February on this year. He's a white Siamese. Since a couple of months ago, he was diagnosed with PIF. And in El Salvador don't have a cure for that disease. But I know I contact a person in the United States who helped me with buy the medicaments in the United States. And this day meet 66 days of treatment of 84.
Okay,
and
so
he is healthy and grow up.
Okay, so after these 80 days, the cat is going to be totally cured.
Yes.
And that disease that he has, what is that about?
Sorry?
The sickness. Yeah, the sickness that he has. What is that? What is the problem exactly?
Is a coronavirus in cats. And he's I don't know in Spanish and English.
All right.
But he affected this autoimmune system.
Okay, but the good is that you got the treatment. Did you have any problems to get the medicine into the country, into El Salvador? Because sometimes I know that is.
In El Salvador, don't have these medicaments and don't prove in other cats. Sorry, teacher?
So you were mentioning that you got the medicine from the United States, right?
Yes. The medicine is only United States and Mexican. Mexico, yes.
But for you to get the medicine into El Salvador, did you have problems? I mean,
I had a person with the United States translate to Mexico, and I have a friend who transport them Mexico with to El Salvador.
okay, so yeah, that is the best way probably, because if you buy it and send it, I mean, that sometimes it's a big problem, because I mean the government, they're asking what is this, maybe this is not for this, and sometimes they don't allow that. But if you did it that way, yeah, I believe that was much better.
Yes.
Was that expensive? How much did you spend on that medicine?
I have spent approximated how do you say $1,000, teacher?
$1,000.
$1,000. Yes.
Okay, so a lot of money. But the good thing is that the cat is getting better, right?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Anybody has a question for Fatima Denise? Okay. Well, if you can send some pictures of the cat to the WhatsApp group so we can meet the cat. So that would be very good. All right, my friends, I believe that everybody did the presentation. So you can see that this is very interesting, right? When you share with other people, I mean, this is more than English. This is something totally different, because we share, we practice, but anyways, we just speak, right? We don't think about grammar, any other thing. So that is the way. I mean, English is to communicate. If you are able to communicate, that is amazing. And we can communicate in many ways. Okay, so I'm going to think what we can do for the next week. On Fridays, well, next week we are going to be off, right? So it's vacation. So next week we are not going to present anything. As I was telling everybody that I was checking in the calendar that we have classes. Supposedly, we're going to have classes on Monday, but then not classes anymore. Anyways, this is something that I saw in the calendar, but it's not official. So maybe we're going to receive a communication from Les Corporativo next week on Monday, probably to let you know if we're going to have classes or not. But most likely, yes, we're going to have classes only on Monday, and then vacation is going to come. Okay. Very good. So please remember to move on with the platform. That is very important, because I haven't checked. Tomorrow, I guess I'm going to check how is everybody doing in the platform. So we have to be almost finishing the unit number 2 in the homeworks, of course. And also remember that
number 2, teacher.
Yeah, let me tell you exactly which one.
But the middle,
That's
I'm not.
No, the middle test, not yet. It's going
Okay.
to be almost there. You actually, well, right now we are in conference 13, that is 2.10. If you have the time, let's do the exercise 211. You can do the 214 and the middle test if you want. So yes, if you want, you can do it this weekend if you have the time. Okay, you can move on. Okay, if you don't have the time this weekend, we have to finish that by next Tuesday. Tuesday, we have to finish Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. The homework, all the homeworks in unit number 2, and then the midterm test. So that is also. So I believe that if you have the chance this weekend, yeah, maybe it's a good idea for you to move on, so you don't have to do that during the week. I know that Tuesday is holiday, it's a vacation. So if you have the time, or it's better for you Tuesday, that is fine. But if you have the time on the weekend, probably that is better. Good. Do you have any other question?
I didn't understand. We have to complete before Tuesday.
Yeah. Tuesday is the last day to complete until the midterm test. So,
Until the mid. Okay.
so if you, I was telling that if you have the chance, if you have time, you can finish this weekend the unit 2 and also the midterm test.
Okay.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, my friends, let's check the attendance and let's go to bed because we're so tired from the week, right? Christian Alexander Arevalo Delgado. Daniel Antonio Luna. Daniel Arquímedes Florentino García.
Present.
Good. Erica Yasmin Martinez Carpio.
Present. Present.
Okay, I hope you get better. Fátima Denise Aguilar Márquez.
Present, teacher.
Good. Herman Alexander Durán Linares.
Present.
Good. Héctor Francisco Morales Rico.
Present, teacher.
Good. Iván Petrovich Guzmán Aquino.
Present.
Good. Jamie Raquel Escobar Alfaro.
Present.
Good. Holman Saúl Girón Sánchez. José Alberto Baños Hernández.
Present.
Good. Carolina. Okay. Good. Kenia Cecilia Ruiz Morán.
Present.
Good. Lucy Natalie Juárez de Ramírez. Manuel Antonio Escamilla Jurado. Nelson Antonio Arroda Rosales.
Present.
Good. Osvin Alexis Flores Hernández.
Present.
Good. Samantha Marisol Campos Flamenco. Zulma Janet Ramírez Ábalos.
Present.
Good. Vanessa Noemí Reyes Lemos.
Present.
Good. David Alexander Rodríguez Sánchez. Okay, my friends, it was a pleasure to be with you tonight. The 101 for today is for Kenia Cecilia, and for the rest, see you probably on Monday. So have a good weekend, rest a lot, enjoy, and remain English.
Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you. Have a
Good
good night.
night.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Good night.
Night.
Good night, teacher.
Good night.
I have to work.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, Herman. How are you? Hello.
Hello, teacher.
Yes, hello. I was wondering if you have questions or anything like that since we finished the class.
No, I don't have a question. Only problem
Okay.
with my connect.
Okay, don't worry. I understand that one. So by now, so see you on Monday and have a good night.
Okay, good night.
Bye-bye.